Welcome back to the Stoic Station channel. You're here for a reason. This moment isn't just coincidence. Maybe you're feeling worn out from always sacrificing for people who don't truly see your worth. Deep down, you know, it's time for a change. A shift that will help you break free from the constant pressure of others and take back control of your life. But today, we're not going over the same old life hacks. You'll be introduced to a new way of thinking, rooted in stillness, calmness, and inner strength. A presence so steady, it will make others pause and wonder, who are you, really? Here's the truth. People are often drawn to what they cannot fully grasp. When you give too much, your value may fade in their eyes. But when you stop, when you become silent, you create space. And in that space, things shift. This isn't about revenge. It's about rediscovering your worth. Silence doesn't mean emptiness. It's where the deepest truths reside. Together, we'll learn how to use that silence as a powerful tool to shape your life. Before we dive in, if Stoic philosophy speaks to you, tap that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. If you feel empowered by this message, drop a 1 in the comments. Or, if there's something we can do better, leave a 2 to help us improve. We're here for you, bringing timeless wisdom into today's fast-paced world. Let's begin this journey together. Part 1. The power of absence. Have you ever noticed how people often crave what they don't fully understand? Think about it. Luxury goods aren't just desired for their quality, it's their rarity. People will stand in line for hours just to own something that feels hard to obtain. This same psychology plays out in relationships. When you're always available, always present, people start to see you as predictable, an open book. The mystery fades, the excitement disappears, but the moment you step back, something shifts. The intrigue returns. You're no longer easily accessible, and that unpredictability makes others stop and wonder, what's going on with you? By choosing silence instead of explanations, by stepping away instead of constantly offering your help, you disrupt expectations. And in that disruption lies your true strength. Picture yourself as the sun. You shine every day, offering your light and warmth without fail. Over time, people stop noticing it. They begin to take it for granted. But when a cloud suddenly blocks your light, they feel that absence. That's when they realize how much they depended on what they overlooked. Absence doesn't just create space, it plants a seed of longing. A longing that quietly, but persistently, grows. When you're no longer predictable, others can't help but ask themselves, what changed? Where are you? This is the power of absence. It's a timeless Stoic principle, a tool that allows you to reclaim your position and redefine your value in any relationship. Part 2. Why silence is a powerful move. Silence, when used with intention, is a form of power, a kind of currency in relationships and interactions. While others rush to overshare, boasting about every moment of their lives, you choose restraint. You don't need to speak. Yet your silence creates a subtle, unspoken tension that commands attention. Think of it like chess. A strategic player moves with purpose. Every action causes their opponent to pause, analyze, and overthink, trying to predict the next move. Your silence works the same way. It lingers in their mind, pulling them into reflection. They start replaying past conversations, searching for clues about who you really are. That's when it hits them. I never truly understood this person. But make no mistake, this isn't about manipulation or control. It's about setting boundaries and earning respect. Respect not just from others, but from yourself. Silence communicates a powerful message. You don't owe anyone an explanation for every thought, feeling, or choice you make. No one has the right to demand full access to your inner world. You are not an open book for all to read. You are a treasure, one that only those who are truly worthy may begin to understand. Not everything in life needs to be spoken. Some truths are meant to be felt, and often the weight of silence speaks louder than any words you could ever say. Hold on to that power. Part 3. Be a fortress, not a doormat. Have you ever stood before an ancient fortress? Those towering, unyielding walls weren't built just for show. They were built to protect what mattered most. It's time for you to build that same kind of resilience around your energy and spirit. People only truly value what isn't easily accessible. Now, picture a fortress with a revolving door, letting anyone come and go as they please. Would it still command the same respect, the same power? Of course not. From this moment forward, be that fortress, strong, steady, unshakable. You don't need to explain yourself, justify your choices, or chase after anyone. If someone asks why you're suddenly unavailable, simply smile and say, "I'm focused on something important." No extra details, no apologies. Let your actions speak for you. Let your silence create curiosity. Let others wonder what's going on behind those strong walls. That's when they'll begin to crave access to you, the access they once took for granted. The power shift, the strength of attraction. Think about how magnets work. If one magnet chases after another, it pushes the other away. But when you stay still, grounded in your center, the other magnet is drawn back, pulled by an invisible, irresistible force. This power doesn't come from chasing, it comes from restraint. It's not about manipulation, it's about reclaiming your position in relationships. You don't have to beg for validation or run after people who fail to see your worth. When you stop seeking attention, when you stop needing approval, something changes. You become magnetic. Confidence, security, self-worth. These are what people are truly drawn to. This is the path Stoic philosophy invites you to follow. Become a fortress. Stand firm. Don't chase anyone, but make everyone want to be near you. Part 4. The Art of Inner Strength. The ancient Stoics understood this truth deeply. Control what you can, and let go of the rest. You can't force others to value you, but you can control how much of yourself you choose to give. Every time you say yes to things that drain your energy, you're quietly saying no to your own peace. Through Stoic practice, you'll learn to stand your ground and protect your energy as if it were gold. This is the art of inner strength, resisting the urge to react to provocations and refusing to chase after fleeting scraps of attention. Picture yourself as a mountain. The winds may howl, the thunder may roar, yet the mountain remains unmoved. That's who you are becoming, so grounded and strong that even when someone tries to provoke you, they can't even scratch the surface. Strength like this doesn't just earn respect, it commands it. Not because it's given freely, but because it's built over time. Regaining respect and inner peace. When you take a step back and stay silent, something profound happens. You'll realize that your worth isn't tied to whether someone texts or calls you. True peace arrives when you stop caring about external validation. Calm, steady, self-possessed. You'll stop waiting in the shadows for someone else to define your value. This is a new chapter, one where you take control of your life, write your own story, and trust that those who truly see your worth will naturally come to you. Let silence be your strength. When you stop chasing attention, you'll discover something remarkable. The things you no longer desperately grasp for often find their way to you. Like smoke slipping through your fingers, the harder you reach, the faster it escapes. This applies to relationships too. When you seem too eager, too available, it doesn't appear devoted, it appears desperate. And desperation is easy to ignore. Remember this saying, the less you reveal, the more people wonder. If you're constantly reaching out, liking every post, replying to every message within seconds, you're silently sending a message that their attention is more valuable than your self-worth. But when you hold back, stay silent, and conserve your energy, you'll notice something shift. Repeat this mantra to yourself. I am a fortress, not a doormat. I step back, I stay silent, and I let them come to me. Write it in the comments to embed it in your mind. Silence isn't passive, it's a refined form of power, one that speaks louder than words ever could. Be strong in your silence. Watch how the world around you begins to change. You might just be surprised at who starts to notice and who realizes their mistake. We pour our hearts into delivering empowering, uplifting messages like this. If this message resonates with you, please show your support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It helps us reach more people who need to hear this. Remember, self-control and inner strength are the greatest sources of power you can possess. Stay silent, observe, and let the world witness your true strength. Part 5. The art of controlling your own value. People always crave what they can't easily have. When you constantly seek validation, you unknowingly send a silent message. Your attention defines my happiness. But here's the truth. Humans are wired to value things that require effort. So why give away your worth so freely? True confidence doesn't need to announce itself. It quietly says, I know my value. I don't need your approval to confirm it. This kind of mindset earns respect. When you're too available, too easy to reach, people may begin to take you for granted. But when you step back and create distance, something fascinating happens. Your silence creates a void, forcing them to stop and wonder, why aren't they around anymore? Did I lose them? That question lingers. The mystery takes root in their minds. Suddenly you're no longer the one pursuing, you become the one they desire. Create distance. Change their perception. You don't need to respond to every message, every ping, every moment of fleeting attention. Step back. Let them feel your absence. This distance isn't just for others. It's for you. It allows you to recharge your energy and reclaim your sense of self-worth. When people realize you're no longer always waiting for their attention, they'll start to ask themselves, what changed? And in that question, they begin to respect you. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have over ourselves. Other people's attention is beyond your control. But when you let go of the need for it, you regain control over your emotions, your peace, and your sense of worth. You'll come to understand that self-worth is far more valuable than anyone's attention could ever be. Stop chasing. Become the one chased. When you stop seeking validation, you flip the dynamic. You shift from being the pursuer to becoming the pursued. This isn't manipulation, it's self-empowerment. The next time you feel the urge to chase after someone's attention, pause. Breathe deeply. Say to yourself, I am enough. I don't need their validation to prove it. The most captivating force in the world is confidence. The kind of confidence that comes from knowing your worth and standing firmly in it. Nothing draws others in more powerfully than someone at peace with themselves. A mantra for self-worth. Say this to yourself. I am my own prize. I am steady, unshakable, and complete. Write it in the comments to affirm your strength and to inspire others who need to hear it. You don't need to chase after recognition. You are the recognition. Hold your cards close. Don't reveal all your thoughts and emotions. Let others guess, wonder. The less you share, the more curious they'll become. By stepping back, by staying silent, you create a void that can't be ignored. If you always respond instantly, if you're always available, you send a message. Your attention is more valuable than my own self-worth. But when you hold back, when you stay grounded, something shifts. They'll start thinking, I've lost access to them, and that sense of loss pulls them back in. Let silence speak louder than words. Silence, when used wisely, can communicate more than words ever could. It lingers in the minds of others, like an unsolved puzzle. They'll find themselves asking, what's changed? Why aren't they sharing anymore? Mystery creates desire. When you retreat into silence, you give others space to realize just how much they once relied on your presence. Now that absence becomes an uncomfortable void they can't ignore. Control your own world. This is the core of Stoic philosophy. You control your reactions, your peace, and your energy. No one else has the right to take that control from you. Maybe they once took your presence for granted, but when you step back, you send a powerful message. My world doesn't revolve around you. You demonstrate that you are whole and complete, with or without their attention. Silence isn't about disappearing, it's about preserving your energy. You don't owe anyone your truth. This isn't manipulation, it's wisdom. A wise person knows when to speak and when to remain silent. When you grant unrestricted access to your life, others lose respect for you. But when you introduce mystery, when you make access rare, you reawaken desire. Are you ready to reclaim control? Ask yourself, am I ready? Ready to step back and let them feel your absence. Imagine how different things would be if they realized you were no longer there. When they call and you don't answer right away. When they finally understand that your attention was never a given, but a gift. By making them wonder, you not only protect your peace, but also teach them that if they want to be part of your world, they'll need to earn it. A mantra for self-control and peace. Say this to yourself. I move in silence. I owe no one my truth. Let this mantra guide you. The next time you're tempted to explain, overshare, or chase, remember, your silence speaks louder than words. If this message empowers you, write the mantra in the comments. I move in silence. I owe no one my truth. The power of scarcity. People only know what you allow them to see. When you reveal too much, you rob yourself of mystery and surprise. Without curiosity, there's no reason for others to appreciate you. But when you hold your ground and stay silent, you regain control. Master your time and energy. As William Penn once said, time is what we want most, but what we use worst. Starting today, treat your time and energy like a precious deposit in the bank. No more giving yourself away for free. Make others earn your time, and in doing so, they'll finally see your worth. You are the master of your value. Protect it, stay silent, and let the world come to you. Part 6. Your time is gold. Don't let anyone devalue it. Here's the truth. People only value what they have to work for. Your time is no exception. Think about all the hours you've wasted, waiting on a reply, canceling your plans to please someone who barely noticed, putting your life on hold just to accommodate someone else's whims. How many times have you sacrificed your precious time for nothing in return? Today that changes. Today you take back control. From this moment forward, you are the architect of your time. Every minute will be directed toward what truly matters: your projects, your goals, your peace, your joy, the things that nurture your growth. Your time is not free. Time is limited. Once you begin to truly value it, others will too. No more bending to fit someone else's schedule. No more sacrificing your priorities for people who don't respect your presence. When you create space, when you step back, others will feel the absence of your time and attention. They'll learn that your presence isn't a given, it's a privilege. And by reclaiming your time, you reclaim your power. You deserve to be prioritized, but first you have to prioritize yourself. Live at your own pace. This isn't about making people chase you. It's about creating a life centered around your values, interests, and goals. When you protect your time and energy, you stop living on other people's terms. You stop running on their schedule. Instead, you walk a path that moves to your rhythm. Seize every hour, every minute, not to gain their attention, but to reclaim your freedom. Mantra for time ownership. My time belongs to me. Let this statement echo within you. Each time you feel tempted to waste your time on someone who doesn't appreciate it, remind yourself, every moment is a precious asset. Once you fully own your time, you become unshakable, focused, powerful, less accessible, and ironically, that's what makes you more attractive than ever before. Your time is non-negotiable. No one has the right to waste your time, not if they don't respect it. This is your power. You deserve to have your time cherished, to be seen as someone whose presence is an honor, not an afterthought. Say it to yourself, my time belongs to me. Write this mantra in the comments as a declaration of your new mindset. Once you adopt this strength, you'll realize how freeing it is. Whether others reach out to you or not, it won't matter. You'll be too focused on your journey to care. Are you ready to honor your time? If you're ready to claim every moment of your life, show your support. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join this community of people who know their worth. Every second you live is priceless. Claim it. Part 7. Raise your standards. You deserve more than scraps. Here's a hard truth. If you keep accepting scraps, that's all you'll ever get. Too many people settle for disrespect, excuses, and half-hearted attention. They convince themselves that maybe one day things will change, that maybe people will wake up and finally treat them the way they deserve. But life doesn't work that way. You get exactly what you tolerate. Are you settling for scraps? Picture yourself at a grand banquet. Everyone else is served a full, elegant meal, but you're tossed a few crumbs. Would you feel satisfied? Respected? Of course not. Yet that's what you're doing every time you accept shallow attention and broken promises. You deserve better, but first you have to demand better. Ask yourself, do I want a life that's just good enough, or am I ready to demand more? Raising your standards isn't too much. Some people fear that if they set high standards, they'll be labeled difficult or demanding. But here's the truth. Raising your standards is a declaration of self-worth. It's not about being unreasonable. It's about saying, I deserve respect, time, and care. When you accept less, you're sending a message to the world, my value is negotiable. But when you stop tolerating last-minute plans, disrespect, and empty excuses, you declare, my time, energy, and presence are valuable. The right people will respect your standards. People respect what they have to work for. Having high standards doesn't make you arrogant. It makes you aware of your worth. Those who say you're too much are simply making excuses because they can't or won't rise to meet you. And that's okay. Let them fall away. You don't need everyone to agree with your standards. You only need the people who are worthy. Remember this: the right people will rise to meet your standards. The rest will fade, and that's exactly how it should be. Stand tall and declare, I deserve respect. I deserve the best. I will no longer accept scraps. Write it in the comments. Let it be your mantra. Let it echo in your mind every time someone offers you less than you deserve. This is your new standard. Stop settling for less and step fully into the value you already possess. You deserve more. Here's the powerful truth. The people who truly value you will respect you more when you stand firm in your standards. Settling for less doesn't just drain your energy. It keeps you stuck in an endless cycle of waiting and false hope. But when you demand more, you reclaim your power. You stop shrinking yourself to please others. You become the driver of your own journey, not a passenger in someone else's story. Stop accepting scraps. Send a clear message to yourself and the world. I'm done with scraps. I deserve more. Say it every day. You are not a temporary option. You are not a convenience or a backup plan. You are worthy of a full, abundant life, a life of meaning, fulfillment, and joy. When you stand firm in your worth, others will either rise to meet you or step out of your life. And that's the beauty of high standards. They filter out the relationships that aren't meant for you. Mantra for self-worth. I demand more and will not accept anything less. Whenever you feel tempted to lower your standards, remember this mantra. You are worthy of the best. Don't let anyone or any situation make you believe otherwise. Write it in the comments to declare it to yourself and the world. I demand more and will not accept anything less. Step into the best version of yourself. From now on, you will no longer settle for scraps. You will stand tall at the center of the grand banquet you deserve. If this message resonates with you, show your support, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Join us, a community of people who know their worth and are ready to live as the best versions of themselves. You deserve all the best that life has to offer. Live with high standards and let the world rise to meet you. Part 8. Keep your lips sealed. No need to explain. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing at all. Picture the strength in silence, mystery, confidence, control, without the need to explain or justify yourself. In life, we're often conditioned to believe that we owe others an explanation for every choice we make. But here's the truth: you don't owe anyone that. When you stop explaining yourself, you stop seeking permission to live life on your terms. Silence carries a quiet, commanding message that words cannot convey. I am in full control of my story. Silence is full of answers. There's a saying, silence is not empty, it is full of answers. When you say less, you force others to fill the void with questions. What are they thinking? What are they planning? Why aren't they responding like they used to? In that moment, power shifts. They realize they no longer have access to your thoughts, your emotions, your inner world, and suddenly, that absence makes them desire it more than ever before. Every time you explain yourself, you give away a part of your energy. You allow others to intrude on decisions that belong solely to you. This isn't about being rude or dismissive, it's about self-preservation. You don't need anyone's permission to live in alignment with your values. Stop seeking validation. When you stop explaining, something remarkable happens. You stop looking for approval. You make decisions because they are right for you. You stand firm, immovable, and in that moment of stillness, others begin to see you differently, as someone unshakable, someone to be respected. Silence as a mirror. Your silence becomes a mirror, forcing others to confront their own behavior. They'll start asking themselves questions they avoided before. Why did I take them for granted? Why don't they need my apology anymore? Have I lost their trust? This reflection forces them to reckon with the mistakes and disrespect they once overlooked. Your silence teaches lessons that words never could. Mantra for self-mastery. I owe no one an explanation. I control my story. Let this mantra guide you. Each time you feel pressured to justify your choices, repeat it to yourself. You don't have to explain. Hold your ground. You'll be amazed at how the world begins to respect you more. Move in silence. No explanation needed. When someone asks why you didn't respond right away, there's no need to rush into explanations. Calmly say, I was busy. That's it, no further details. The silence that follows speaks volumes. It shows you're confident in your boundaries and unbothered by others' expectations. Silence isn't empty. It's full of power. It communicates that you are in control of your life. And when you stop explaining, you stop giving others the opportunity to negotiate your boundaries. This doesn't make you cold or unkind. It means you're protecting your energy and your peace. Not everyone deserves an explanation. Your silence will teach people that access to your inner world is no longer available on demand. The people who truly respect you, they'll understand. And those who don't, they were never meant to stay on your journey. Mantra for silence and self-possession. I move in silence. I owe no one an explanation. Let this mantra anchor you. Anytime you feel the urge to explain or justify yourself, pause and repeat it. You are strong. You are steady. You are free from the weight of others' expectations. Write this mantra in the comments to affirm your self-possession. This is the first step in protecting your peace and claiming your inner strength. Let your actions speak louder than words. Move forward in silence. Let others wonder. Let your actions carry your message. If this resonates with you, support this community by liking the video and subscribing. Together, we are building a network of people who live by their values, strong, steady, and free from the need for external validation. You are in control of your story. Let the world see your strength in silence. Part 9. Shine bright and leave them in awe. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly invested in yourself? Not to prove anything, not to spark jealousy, but purely because you wanted to grow, to become the best version of yourself. Now, imagine this moment. The moment when those who once took you for granted realize how much you've flourished, so brilliantly that you're now completely out of reach. But here's the truth. This transformation isn't for them, it's for you. While they linger in the shadows, wondering what's changed, you'll be out there reclaiming your power, your purpose. As the saying goes, the best revenge is massive success. But this isn't about revenge. It's about learning to finally value yourself. This isn't a game to get attention. It's about standing tall in front of the mirror and saying, I owe it to myself to shine. A radiance that comes from within. This glow isn't just about appearances. It's an inner transformation. It begins with nurturing your mind. Fill it with ideas, passions, and experiences that ignite your growth. Treat your body with care. Nourish it with movement and wholesome food. As you do this, something magical happens. Strength, confidence, resilience. They begin to radiate into every corner of your life. You won't need to explain yourself. Your energy will speak louder than words ever could. They'll feel the shift. You don't need to announce your progress. Let them feel it in your absence. The mystery surrounding you will leave them in a state of bewilderment, asking themselves, "What's changed? Did I ever truly understand them?" But by then it won't matter. You'll have already moved on. You'll be standing in the spotlight of your life, shining for yourself. Declare to yourself, "I shine for myself. I need no one's validation." Say it daily. Let it become a part of who you are. You don't need anyone's approval to feel proud of yourself. Build a life that is full and strong, where you are the lead role, not an extra in someone else's story. Shine for yourself, no validation needed. Every time you choose yourself over someone who can't see your worth, you reclaim a piece of your soul. It's like reigniting an internal flame that no one can extinguish. This transformation is yours and yours alone. Each step you take, whether it's learning a new skill, setting boundaries, or finding peace, brings you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. And the best part? You're doing it silently. No need for announcements or public displays. Your energy will say it all. Before you know it, you'll have moved so far ahead that those who once overlooked you will be left wondering, "Do I even have a chance to catch up?" You are becoming unstoppable, powerful in your own skin. That strength will echo without words, without the need for anyone's approval. Mantra for self-radiance: I shine for myself. Write it in the comments. Affirm this truth to yourself and the world. Whenever you feel the urge to seek validation, pause. Remember, you don't need their attention. You are enough as you are. Let them sit in their regret while you move forward, glowing and unapologetic. If this message resonates with you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this journey with others who need it. You are not just shining, you are evolving into the best version of yourself. Let's make it happen together. You shine for yourself, and that is more than enough. Part 10. Learn to say no and mean it. You don't have to stay stuck in the endless cycle of pleasing others, constantly bending to meet their needs while forgetting your own. It's time to break free. Here's the truth. Every time you say yes, when you really want to say no, you give away a piece of your peace. You let others write the story of your life, while your dreams, your needs, remain in the shadows, unseen and unacknowledged. As the saying goes, if you don't set boundaries, others will set them for you. And when that happens, you become nothing more than a convenience in their world. Saying no is reclaiming control. Learning to say no doesn't make you cold, distant, or selfish. It's about reclaiming control, putting your happiness and self-worth first. When you say no, with conviction, you send a powerful message. I value myself and I won't compromise my boundaries. Those who truly respect you won't push or pressure you. They'll honor your space and your decision. But those who try to guilt-trip or manipulate you, they're revealing their true intentions. They only care about what they can get from you. The power of refusal. Saying no isn't just about turning down invitations or favors. It's a declaration of independence. It's a reaffirmation of your priorities. When you say no to things that don't align with your goals or values, you create space for what truly matters: your growth, your peace, and your passions. Each refusal is an act of self-respect. Mantra for boundaries. I say no to protect my peace and priorities. Write this mantra in the comments. Let it be a reminder that you owe no one your submission or sacrifice. Each time you say no, you reclaim control of your life, and you make room for the things that truly bring you joy. Imagine choosing yourself without shame. Picture yourself saying, "I choose myself," without hesitation. No shame, no second guessing. Yes, some people won't like it. They may call you selfish or difficult. But remember, this is just their reaction to losing control over your time and attention. The truth is, if someone can't respect your refusal, they don't deserve your agreement. As Warren Buffett once said, successful people say no to almost everything. You are not here to serve everyone. You are here to live the life you want. Break free from regret. Think back to the last time you reluctantly said yes just to avoid conflict. Remember that sinking feeling of regret. Now imagine replacing those false agreements with a firm, intentional yes, one that fully aligns with your values and desires. Feels different, doesn't it? It's like a weight being lifted. That's the freedom that comes from living authentically. Every no is a yes to your future. Each time you protect your time and energy, you're saying yes to the life you deserve. Affirm to yourself, my time is precious. I say no, and I mean it. No explanations, no negotiations. Your refusal is a declaration of self-worth, an act of empowerment. If this message resonates with you, take action. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join a community of people who are stepping into their power. Together, we're reclaiming our time, energy, and autonomy. It's time to become the main character in your own life. You've earned that right. Live unapologetically. Say no when you need to. And never forget, you are worth it. Part 11. Become unbothered, emotionally invincible. Have you ever noticed how much people crave control over your emotions? They'll tease you, ignore your messages, or poke at your insecurities just to see if you'll react. But here's something they didn't expect. You have a secret weapon: emotional invincibility. When you stay calm and unbothered, you flip the script. Those who once believed they could control you suddenly lose their power. Remember, the person who can make you angry controls you. If someone can disturb your peace, they hold power over you. But the moment you choose not to react, you reclaim that power. Emotional independence is strength, not coldness. Emotional independence doesn't mean you're cold or indifferent. It means you have the strength to decide who and what deserves your reaction. When you stay composed, it leaves those who try to control you baffled and frustrated. Nothing is more captivating than someone who cannot be easily shaken. People who thrive on control need your reactions. They feed off of them. If they sense that they can push you into anger or insecurity, they'll keep pushing harder. But the moment you stop reacting, the game is over. Your silence and stability will speak louder than any argument. Suddenly, they are the ones losing sleep, wondering why they no longer have a grip on you. You don't need to argue or prove yourself. Becoming emotionally invincible is about mastering your peace. Every time you choose calm over chaos, stillness over drama, you build an unbreakable foundation within yourself, one that no one can penetrate. You don't need to justify yourself. You don't need to explain. Your presence, your calm certainty, is enough. Mantra for emotional mastery. I am in control. Let these words become your armor. Say them to yourself whenever you feel the urge to react. Let them remind you, no one can disturb your peace unless you allow them to. Write this mantra in the comments. Make it your declaration. Say it with confidence. Let the world know that you are done allowing anyone to toy with your tranquility. Take back your power. If you're ready to reclaim your power, step forward with unshakable confidence. You don't have to play anyone's game. You are in control, and that is more than enough. Finally, become the prize. Let them chase you. It's time to stop chasing the wrong things. The right things will find you. You've spent enough time exhausting yourself, chasing after attention, acceptance, and approval. But here's the magic. The moment you stop chasing, everything changes. You become a mystery, someone they can no longer grasp or control. People are drawn to what's just out of reach. They are captivated by those who know their worth and refuse to settle. They can't help but feel the pull of someone unshaken by life's storms. The moment you stop seeking validation, you become the prize they desire. Stand still like a magnet. Imagine yourself as a magnet, strong, steady, unmovable. You no longer crave applause or approval. You've built a world centered around yourself, a world that thrives without anyone else's validation. That peaceful self-contentment is irresistible. People will be drawn to you, fascinated by your quiet strength, your self-assurance, and the power that radiates from within. You don't need to chase anyone. You're here to attract, to live, and to shine for yourself. Let them feel your absence. Let them realize what they lost. Raise your standards. Be the prize. Becoming the prize means raising your standards and cutting out anything that no longer serves you. No more compromising for half-hearted efforts. No more proving yourself to those who don't deserve you. When you stop waiting in the shadows, something profound happens. They'll start chasing you, wondering, do I still have a chance? Can they still enter your world? But now, you're in the spotlight. You're in control now. There's no rush, no more waiting for anyone else to catch up. You've stepped into the light. You are the prize, and that truth doesn't require anyone's approval. Live by this principle. I am the prize. I attract. I don't chase. Let this mantra guide you every day. Your value is non-negotiable. Those who truly belong in your life will rise to meet your standards. No chasing, no compromising. You are enough, strong, radiant, fully in control of your destiny. Let the world adjust to you. If this message resonates with you, like the video, subscribe to the channel and share this journey with others who need to hear it. Together, we rise, living as the best, brightest versions of ourselves. You are the prize. Let them chase you. Have you ever realized that true strength doesn't come from what you hold on to, but from what you have the courage to let go of? Absence, silence. These are often misunderstood, seen as signs of weakness. But in truth, they carry immense power. Stoic philosophy teaches us this. It's not constant presence that makes others value you, but the mysterious spaces you leave behind. The power of stepping back. Think about it. You're always available, always accommodating, always trying to please those around you. At first, they might appreciate it, but over time, your presence becomes routine, predictable, even taken for granted. Then one day you step back. You stop responding to messages immediately. You no longer offer endless explanations. Your absence, your silence, suddenly unsettles them. They begin to wonder, what's changed? Why aren't they the same? In life, scarcity holds great value. Your time, your energy, and your attention, these are precious resources. When you give them away too freely, others may unintentionally devalue you. But when you protect what's sacred, when you live like a fortress with clear boundaries, you command respect. This is not a game. This isn't about playing games or manipulating others. It's about standing firm in your self-worth. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need anyone's approval. Those who truly value you will understand your silence, and those who don't, they were never worthy of access to your world in the first place. Stop chasing, start attracting. When you stop chasing attention, something remarkable happens. You're no longer the one begging for recognition. Instead, you become someone others seek out. Not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because you've learned to cherish yourself. This quiet radiance, this unshakable confidence, shines brighter than any spotlight. It captivates without needing fanfare. Live by this truth. I am a fortress, not a doormat. You don't need anyone to give you power. Your strength has always been within you, silent, steady, and unbreakable. Those who truly respect you will feel it, without you ever needing to say a word. Let them wonder. Let your presence or absence speak for itself. Let this message sink deep. I attract, I do not chase. Engrave these words into your heart. Let them become a constant source of strength, fueling your confidence and calm. Visualize the power within you when you fully embrace this truth. No more rushing, no more chasing after anyone. Stand tall, proud, centered. Allow what you deserve to come to you naturally. Say it with conviction. I attract, I do not chase. Feel that strength coursing through every part of you. When you feel tempted to run after someone or something, pause. Remind yourself of who you are. You are the prize, the one they'll regret losing. You don't need to beg. You don't need to plead. You don't need to seek validation. Your magnetism lies in your self-mastery, in living true to your values, without compromise. If this message resonates with you, if it awakens something powerful inside, don't let it end here. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, not just to support our journey, but as a commitment to your own. Together, let's build lives filled with strength, confidence, and real self-respect. Every like and subscription helps spread this message to others, those who may have felt lost or undervalued, just as you once did. Stand firm. Take that first step toward claiming your inner power. Together, we rise, creating a future where we all know our worth. You attract, you do not chase.